Wisconsin senior forward Cameron Hughes joins us as we continue our Big Ten Hockey Digital Media Day coverage. Cameron, before we look ahead to this year, I want to look back to the last couple of years because your freshman and sophomore year, the team combines for just 12 wins. You post 8 more victories than that in one season alone last year. When you look back at what you guys accomplished last season, what stands out?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, we had a lot better season last year. I think a lot more guys improved and contributed in ways that they hadn't in the past. And yeah, we had a good year. It came short near the end, but at the end of it, we were very proud with our season, and we used that in this year.
I know you came in with a big group, and so for a few years you had a very young roster. This year, by my count, 16 players on this roster are upperclassmen or graduates. So what does that change as far as the chemistry and as far as the confidence the first time you guys take the ice?
Yeah, it's nice to have some experience under our belts with older group. I think we've been together through some tough times, through some good times, and we've learned a lot. So I think for us, it's it's getting those freshmen engaged and making them feel a part of the team as soon as we can, and try to pick up what we did from last year, and start off on the right foot and get some wins quick.
With the addition of Notre Dame, the schedule's been shuffled around a bit, and I know you guys are worried right now more about your team than anybody else, but conference play starts early. I mean, you guys open up basically with conference play. What are your thoughts about getting into the Big Ten so much earlier this year than you ever have in the past?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's really exciting. All the Big Ten games are so competitive, and the rivalries are starting to build now. So to get into them right away is going to be a lot of fun, and I think a lot of guys are really excited to play 6 or 8 games before the break in our conference, and I think it'll be good for the schedule.
What was the atmosphere like last year for home games at the Kohl Center? I remember tuning into a couple that were here on BTN. The Minnesota series, I know, was sold out, and it seemed like that barn was as loud as it had been in quite some time.
Yeah, it's a special rink when it gets going. There's a couple of experiences in particular that stand out. Like you said, that Minnesota series. I think in the second period there's 14,000, 15,000 people standing up and screaming as loud as they can as the play is going on. And I vividly remember being on the bench with one of my teammates saying, like, man, this is crazy. This is it's pretty special. So when the fans get going and the fans get loud, it's a pretty fun rink to play in.
What does it mean for the forward group to look back on the blue line and have so much experience, whether it's Tim Davison, whether it's Jake Linhart? There's a group of guys back there who have logged a ton of minutes for this hockey team. How does that affect what you guys do from an offensive standpoint and the confidence you have in the blue liners behind you?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, the way we play, too, our D are involved, and they're in the play, they're in the rush, and to have guys like you said, and then you add the freshmen, Wyatt Calvin coming in, and some other guys. It's really exciting back there to have them, contributing and being solid for us. So it definitely helps the forwards for sure.
I'm glad you brought up the freshmen because when you work through your roster, there are 9 guys with NHL draft status who have been chosen by a team already. 4 of those guys will play their first year of college hockey this season for Wisconsin. What does that say to start about Coach Granato's recruiting and also about the youthful talent that hopefully will stick around Madison for a while?
It's awesome. I mean, the class that we have coming in, all the guys they can think the game and they can think it fast, and they're quick learners. So to have them have the the NHL experience at the development camps in the summer, and to bring that in to us right now is great. I think they're gonna take everything they learn from there and apply it to us. So to have them all, into our system is awesome.
It seemed like there was going to be a question to be answered when Matt Jarusik left to answer the question in goal. But now that Kyle Hayden is officially on the roster as a grad from St. Lawrence, what can you tell me about him? I don't know how much you've actually seen him on the ice in addition to what he did, obviously, in his years at St. Lawrence.
He's really good. He's a good player. We've been skating with him a little bit just now since we've been back, and yeah, he's a really good goalie, and he's tough to score on. So to have him and Jack Berry as well back. But with the two of them, I think we're set up pretty well in the net.
Cameron, as a former hockey player myself, I love to brag on the fact that hockey players, more so than a lot of other athletes, somehow find a way to excel in the classroom as well as on the ice. Can you draw the parallel as to why it seems like no matter what school you go to, when you go down the roster of hockey players, there are more percentage-wise hockey players that also make academic all-conference than most other sports?
I think it comes with the culture of the game. I think you're held accountable by your teammates, by your coaches. You want to do things right, and that starts away from the rink, and it starts when you get to the rink. And I think for a lot of us, we put in the time away from when we're away from the coaches, and away from the tutors, and we focus on our academics. And when you have that stuff taken care of, it allows you to perform at your best on the ice. So I think a lot of hockey players take care of that stuff.
Good stuff from Wisconsin hockey standout Cameron Hughes. Cam, truly appreciate the time. Wish you best of luck. Look forward to watching you guys this season.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.